Alright, what's up guys? This is Maneliki and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris as the Squawk Confetheracy. So let's have a quick look here. So we've successfully surveyed the Korach system. And now okay, so our science vessel isn't actually doing anything right now. We have a construction vessel just made us a society research station, which is all good. So we need to send our science guy to survey some more stuff. But I just remembered something. We never set up our policies. So we're gonna go here and have a quick look now. War philosophy. Wars of aggression are forbidden and conquest war goals may be used against previously owned planets. Well, you know. Wars of aggression are allowed, but conquest war only used against previous. Okay, well. We're gonna have to go with unrestricted wars here. Because we are a peaceful-ish nation, but ultimately we're gonna have to conquer stuff if we plan on finding the best space crackers. Slavery, we're gonna probably prohibit. We have to anyways. Yeah, same thing with purging, we don't need that. Orbital bombardment, meh. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. We're going to allow our people to migrate. Yeah, that's fine. Resettlement. Can we forcibly resettle pops between planets? Let's, I feel like if we check that, we're going to get a happiness modifier. So I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, so only the elite vote. Well, I guess we don't have any choice there. Leadership. Primary species only. Kind of like that, actually. First contact protocol is, of course, peaceful. I don't think we had a choice there. One thing we are going to do. I am in a very big hurry to get this. To get this colony ship tech. So let's go ahead and grant society research some cash. That's going to boost society research at the expense of the other two. Now, I thought they nerfed this in the last patch. Apparently they didn't. I guess I was mistaken, but if you do the math here, you can see that each one gains 30% at the detriment of 10% of the other two. So if you just do all three, you're actually getting a net gain of 10% research across the board, but it costs you 3 influence a month, which at the moment we can't afford. So we're going to go ahead and boost our society research. So now that should take considerably less time. 22 months. Let's have a look at our situation here. We have inactive buildings. What is going on? Oh, that's these. Okay. We don't have enough pops to fill them. That'll do it. These I feel like are being cleared. Or maybe they're not. Oh no, we didn't have the money. That's right. So we will go ahead and clear this guy. We could use the society research, and we have successfully surveyed this area. Perfect. So we have some energy credits there to work with. Let's go ahead and send our construction ship, who is apparently idle, to build the mining station there and get some energy. Okay, so this guy here, he is currently surveying Adrenel. So that's all good. Get rid of these alerts. They don't really help us right now. Alright, we found a barren world. Like I said, I think we'll play on fast while we, like as long as we're not in combat. Now we have a bunch of hostile alien vessels, which at the moment we can't actually do anything about. Because we don't have a fleet large enough to do anything about it. Alrighty. I suppose we could explore a little with our with our other ships. Let's do that. Let's send them out here. So because we're regular warp drive tech, we have to fly to the edge of the system, and then we fly slowly to the next system. Which is fine. Alright. We have surveyed the Adrenal system, and we got some more energy there. That's good. Let's continue to survey systems here. Oh, we were trying to survey Antares, but I think we ended up running into some hostiles there, didn't we? Okay. We'll have to be a little more careful about that one. So, surveyed that. Oh yeah, construction. We probably just cleared a tile blocker. Yeah, that's what we did. Okay, so when this guy fully grows, we'll get 3 more energy, which is always good. And maybe we'll clear... Well, ultimately we're going to want to clear the rest of these. And we can't afford to clear the next one. Okay. Let's see how our spaceport's doing. We don't have any modules to speak of yet. And we can't upgrade anything. So we can't actually do anything with our spaceport. In fact, we can't even build really anything. So we're not going to worry about the ship designer just yet, because we don't really have any tech. So we can't really design anything or do much at this point. Though it is tempting to build another science ship, like one more science ship and one more civilian ship. So we have a construction ship idle. So we can now get him... Oh, we can't even afford it. Well, by the time we move there, we might be able to afford it. Get him making all the stuff. So Feathers of Orange has now leveled up, which is great. Oh, the governor leveled up as well. Okay, so Luke has finished some construction. Always good. Let's have a look here. Wings of Teal. That's the system governor, I believe. Or is that the planetary governor? Oh, I think that might be the planetary governor. Yeah. We could enact some edicts, but they're awfully expensive. And, yeah. I mean, this would be pretty good right now, actually, but... we might need our influence for other stuff, I feel. Research complete. Okay. We have research. We can now build a power plant, 2, and we now get 250 more energy cap, which is nice, and Betharian power plant. That's all good. So let's see what else we can research here. Assist research. I'm not super worried about that because my science ships are out busy doing stuff. Planetary fortification. Not worried about that either, despite the fact that, you know, the science type match, so I would get a bonus. Well, I suppose it unlocks deflectors, but I kind of like this too. I get Power Hub 1, that's sort of important. Yeah. I feel like this probably trumps that. Let's go ahead and, I don't know. That is a really 53 months. Yeah. Well, they're both pretty important, but I'm going to have to side with this right now. We'll get the other one after. I'm not anticipating combat in the super near future, so we're going to have to go with that. How's my other research going, by the way? Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there on the the colony ships. So we need to start building our up our minerals so that we can actually afford. I wonder what's here actually. Okay, well they're not surveyed. I can't really tell. So we can actually afford to build some stuff. Whoa, oh, what's this now? We've encountered some form of alien vessels. Okay, gamma aliens in Janast. All right, let's investigate the new aliens. Gamma aliens. Oh dear. That's gonna screw up our society research, but we need to do it. What do we got? Aha! These guys. It's crystal dudes. Alright, cool. Well, that's my cue to leave on him. And my construction ship isn't doing anything. So we'll have him build the mining stations. Should be probably like 2 of them. Yeah.
System survey complete.
Alright, that's a pretty good science system right there. Now let's see if the aliens have left Antares. Hopefully they have. We can actually survey it without getting killed. So you get the most unrestricted movement when you use... Oh, here we go, perfect. When you use the regular warp drives, because you can just go anywhere you want from anywhere you want. It's just a little bit slower. And as you know, the game progresses, you can increase your tech and you can increase the range of how far you go and everything, which is pretty cool. Takes a little bit of the pain away. So we still have this guy building stations around stuff. Looks like he's building an energy station around a star. That's cool. What's going on Bluke? Ah, here we go. We can now upgrade these to better power plants, and unfortunately we can't afford to do that one. This guy is producing 1 food. He could be producing 2 minerals. Let's do that. I'll make guys grow a little slower, I suppose, but I kind of need those minerals. Okay, fleet order finished. Structure of a mining station. Okay, good. Yep, that's good. More energy. And if we end up running into some alien civilizations, which we will invariably, we can always start trading, because we have more energy. Well, we can start trading for whatever we need, basically. Failure risk 15% we found in Antares. Briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and have a look at it. See if we can figure anything out. It's only a level 1. This guy's not doing anything, but, you know. Let's go have a look over here.
Special project complete.
Oh, special project complete. Crystalline entities. Here we go. The reports of strange, free-floating crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-sized objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and the new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they should be regarded as hazardous and approached with caution. As we do not wish to risk coming into contact with these prismatic enigmas, we ought to establish remote surveillance and observe them from the capital. Alright, let's observe crystalline entities. Let's do it. We also have a habitable worlds survey goal, so 4 out of 8, so we're doing alright there. And we have surveyed this one. Yeah, yeah. So we're doing alright. Hopefully we can get them all surveyed and get the bonus from whatever that quest gives us. Alright. Scientist is leveled up. So we don't need these alerts anymore. Okay. We might end up using this edict to get the extra energy, build up our reserves. Oh, here we go. A micro-singularity recently intersected Antares, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the moon. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Current scientific models. Further study may be warranted. Well, I think so. So we have 3 physics research on Antares. That's pretty cool. This is going to be a good system, I think. Look at all these planets. That's awesome. So, we're off to a pretty good start here, guys, I think. pretty darn good. We've got a lot of really good systems in our starting, well, system. The crystalline entities, they need to have a compromise between rival faction xenobiologists and xenogeologists on Bluke, are probably alive. An earlier and perhaps more descriptive name for them was silicate animate matter, as they have little in common with biological life. They are solitary beings, each individual crystal sovereign, rarely seen with more than a sentinel and a smaller cohort entity. Aside from the cohort, and sentinel clearly being subservient to the sovereign of the group, the subtle nuances of the crystalline entity's socio-hierarchical relationships are lost on us. The entities do not seem to mate, and we have yet to observe any crystals that are recognizably older or younger than others. Contrary to an earlier hypothesis, the shifts in hue between individual crystalline entities seems to be related not to their age, but to their latent internal charge, and it appears as though sporadic fluctuations in this charge alter the refractive properties of the crystal. The crystalline entities are capable of violently discharging at a specific target, and unfortunately seem to prefer to do so rather than let foreign entities pass by unscathed, ergo they're aggro. This knowledge will surely be a great boon to the sciences. 10% physics. Spend 30 instant survey any crystalline entity system when entered. No. 10% physics. Yoink. Perfect. Okay. So we have our mining stations. Oh, and looks like Bluke finished something. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade that guy. Keep getting lots and lots of energy, because we're going to need the energy, of course, to power our stations. And I feel like we're going to need a hydroponics farm, which apparently we can't build because we don't have enough. Let's get that as a priority, because we do need to start growing our pops a little bit faster. So we're going to wait for this next tick. There we go. Build that. And we might move that one pop over. We'll see. So the construction ship is officially bored, so we're going to move him there. And he's got a lot of work to do. How's our science ship doing? Oh yeah. Doing pretty good down here. Look at all those. Oh, found another anomaly. Jeez. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. The small planetoid's orbit appears to be far too stable for this presence to be a natural occurrence. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Research complete.
Alright, research complete. Colony ship. New research. Orbital hydroponics. That's good for food. That'd actually be pretty helpful right now. Border range. Unlocks Biolab 1. Okay. Yeah, so border range 20% is pretty damn good, because we could absorb more, obviously more systems into our influence. But the biolab's kind of important because that's research, so we need that. We definitely need that. It's a shame to turn up that border range, because then we'd get obviously more planets, but science rules all. And what's this? Oh, those are the gas grazers that we found earlier, the space whales. At least I think we found them. I feel like we did. I could be completely off base there. Alright, construction ship. I wonder if we can build this individually. Oh, what's this? Towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Antares 5. The massive engine stations and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. Indeed, very interesting. More research. Perfect. Let's enter an orbit on Antares 4, and we're going to mine that and get some Betharian stuff. It'll allow us to make a funky power plant. There we go. Mining station. Perfect. Oh, Betharian power plant. How about that? Okay, so ion thrusters. So we can get better engines. That's good. Engineering facility. Again, science. I'm going to go with that. We need to get our science going. Very, very important. Getting a tech edge in this game is absolutely critical. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say critical, but it is very helpful. So we're going to get rid of society research grants, so we're going to equalize our tech now. Because we got our colony ships. Now, speaking of colony ships, I'm feeling I would love to colonize Korach 3. So, what about this one? Tropical. Oh, wow, never mind. False alarm. Let's colonize Kongath 3, because it's much larger. Yeah, look at that. Badass. It's, well, got a lot of tile blockers, but that's something we can deal with eventually. So let's go ahead and build, if we can. No, we can't. I'm lacking a lot of money, so I need 300 and... Wow. 350? Wow, that's really expensive. So we're going to have to start saving up. So that was a little bit derpy on my part, in a way, I guess. Not to line that up properly, but hey. Hey, it is what it is. So we're going to... I'm going to mine this, and then mine that. Or, yeah, build the mine there, build the mine there. And I think that'll get me the basic income I need to start saving up for that colony ship. And I feel like we're going to build more than one, too. Because we have 3 tropical worlds all waiting to be colonized. You know, and they're small, but every world helps. Every world helps. So that's a pretty darn good system we have here. So let's go down. Where did we not... Okay, that's not ours. Okay, that is ours, but I feel like we found... Okay, that is ours. So let's go ahead and survey that system. Oh! Inactive buildings, no good. Okay, here we go. So we can now... Oh no, we'll just upgrade that power plant. Or will we? Because we kind of need the... We'll hold off on upgrading that power plant. Again, we need the colony ships. Or we could hold off upgrading the colony ships until we get our first planet completely pimped out. Oh, the options. The options. Let's get our colony established. Yeah, we don't want to set ourselves back too far. Okay. Mining station system surveyed. Inactive buildings, right. Because there's nobody on them. Now, do we need all this energy income right now? I feel that we do not. So let's get this guy to work there. And as soon as he's born, he will be producing more food, which will cause pops to grow more quickly on that planet. So that's fine. There he is. Look at him. Happy. He's a happy little guy right there. And this guy should grow a little bit faster. Perfect. So we're going to save up for that colony ship, I believe.
Anomaly found.
Another anomaly. This is awesome. 22% failure risk, whatever. There are signs of an ancient activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this asteroid. Hell yeah. Let's get that researched. Let's keep scouting around here. No. Anything special? Yeah, we have some potentially habitable worlds here. To keep those in mind. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Nothing there. Well, some habitable stuff. Continental 10. Oh, we encountered some form of alien vessels in Vahal. Delta aliens. Let's examine the Delta aliens, shall we? What are these guys? Oh, right. Right. Let's get out of there. Not to imply that I know what those are, but let's get out of there. We've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on SL911B1. Our scientists think they have inhabited this region of stars roughly 6 million years ago based on the age of the artifacts. The aliens call themselves Ute and appear to have been very large and fat arthropod analogs. Okay. Seems a single individual could reach a length of nearly 100 meters as an adult. It was apparently exceedingly rare for more than 2 or 3 Ute to travel aboard the same starship.
Situation log updated.
Alright, we got an event chain to follow. Precursors, the Ute. Alright, we've recovered artifacts from the Ute Empire. They were an alien civilization that inhabited a portion of the galaxy. We're up 60, yada yada yada. Okay, we already got that. If we find enough relics, it will be possible to pinpoint a location of the home system. Hell yeah. Let's do that. Okay, so we found space amoebas. Cool. Let's not hang around them. Let us keep going.
Situation log
Oh,
updated.
more aliens. Epsilon aliens. Alright, what's an Epsilon alien look like? Ooh, we don't know. Oh, there we are. Aha! Those. Alright then. Let's investigate the Epsilon aliens. Very important. We'll keep scouting around here. I am quite excited to get our first colony ship built here. Oh, we have some more possibly inhabitable worlds here. Good to see. Anything crazy? There's an ocean world there.
Anomaly found.
Man, these anomalies, that's awesome. We're getting really lucky with the anomalies on this this playthrough. Holy cow. We already found another precursor artifact thing there. That's pretty cool. Gas grazers. Alright, so the gas grazers don't care about us. That's really good. So we don't want to mess with them. Oh, hostile fleet. So we have some gas. No, those are crystalline entities. These are more. Oh, some of them are hostile, some of them aren't. Oh no, my bad. They're all hostile. Get out! Run! Okay. So we're starting to get a decent idea of what's around us right now. Always good. What do we got here? We got a gas giant. And it's barren moons. Alright. Hey, we found a black hole. Cool. Check that out. Oh. The remains of a Ute cruiser has been found in orbit around Thadrum 1. Seems to have been fallen victim to weapons fire, but given the extreme age of the Hulk, it's difficult to be certain. There is no indication the ship was ever equipped with an FTL drive. It must have traveled between stars at sublight speeds. What? That doesn't make any sense. Special project derelict cruiser.
Situation log updated.
Alright, let's get the derelict cruiser. Let's go to here. I definitely do want to research that. It's Scientist 3. Oh, he has to be level 4 to investigate that. That sucks. What do we got here? Whoa, that's cool. Look at that black hole. And we have some unknown entities floating around that black hole. And they would destroy us. So let's keep going here.
Special project complete.
Nice. Void clouds. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust has yielded surprising results. It's a particulate particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting a simple reflexive actions, let alone movements with purpose, and yet it does. There's something undeniably ominous about how the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let's watch, but not interfere.
Situation log updated.
Screw that. Let's... Oh. Void cloud. Research. Research all of the things. We need to know how these things work if we're going to track down our space crackers. That's the only way, folks. What do we got here? Anything crazy? Doesn't look like it. There's a volcanic world there. That's pretty cool. It's bad you can't colonize those. That'd be pretty fun. It would make no sense whatsoever, but it'd be pretty fun. Okay. We're almost to the point. A few more ticks, a few more months, and we'll be able to build our colony ship. I don't see anything super crazy here. Let's keep going.
Special project complete.
Ancient mining drones. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation established millennia ago and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves, judging by the state of the processing equipment. The drones seem to lack any diplomatic comms protocols, at least with any decipherable by the Squawk Confetheracy, and react with hostility to Squawk ships when entering the system. Their presence in the Blue system is intriguing, and we should attempt to learn more about them. Alright,
Situation log updated.
let's observe them too. We are like observing a lot of freaking people right now. Okay, so that being said, okay. One of our scientists has leveled up. Beak of Green. Well done, sir. How are we doing in Minok? Okay, we have some large asteroids. And some barren worlds. Okay. I think we've already been to Curon. Or why it wouldn't be named. That's probably what that is. Okay, we're probably...
Special project complete.
Oh, that's not true. As soon as it comes into sensor range, it gets names. The void clouds are, as far as Squawk researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just a scant few billion years after the matter we know at first appeared, the tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but were not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together, another product of their primordial beginnings. It's not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields align in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Damn! Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating light years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. Alright. What do we want? Research. Cloudbuster mod and 60 physics. Adds a list of likely void cloud systems to the situation log. Yeah, I'll take the research. And damage to void clouds. How does that help our research? Not a huge deal, but helps a little bit. But I do believe that that might be where we're going to go ahead and call it. So we've done pretty good here. We've started to explore our surroundings a little bit. We found a lot of stuff. We have found a ton of stuff. And it looks like we finally have enough minerals to build our first colony ship. And I feel like we're probably going to colonize Kongath 3. The only trouble with Kongath 3 is it's got a lot of tile blockers. So we're going to have to work that out. But other than that, things are so far going our way. So we're going to pick this up in the next episode. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Look. Okay, blue can't benefit from that. Dense jungle? No. Okay, noxious swamp. This is the only... Okay, noxious swamp is what we probably need. First, a border range...